Hello everyone, Rich here, back for another video for the Diecast F1 review. Here today is the Renault RS18 from the 2018 Formula 1 World Championship, and the car shown is driven by Nico Hülkenberg, number 27. So yeah, the RS18, the Renault team went into 2018 with a bit more optimism compared to 2017, although 2017 had been a relatively good season, well, compared to 2016. The team sort of struggled with Jolly and Palmer in the car. Jolly, I think, only had 1 points finish throughout 2017. So when Carlos Sainz joined the team towards the end of 2017, the team sort of upped their game a little bit. They scored a few more points throughout the end of the 2017 season. So the same lineup will go into 2018, Nico Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, and it sort of showed the car was sort of quick out the box, but still nowhere near the pace of the three front-running teams, basically the A-class Formula 1, the Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari. Yeah, Formula 1 has sort of been separated into two categories in recent years. You got the big budget teams, and then you got the Class B teams, and you used to have a sort of C-class teams as well, but they've all died out. Hence Caterham, Marussia and the HRT teams. So yeah, basically Formula 1 is now a two-tier sport. Yeah, so yeah, the Renault had a much better season throughout 2018. They had a much tighter fight though with the Haas team throughout the season, and also Force India. Force India still had the fourth best car, and Renault sort of had the fifth to sixth fastest car. The Haas team had, I'd say they had equal fourth best car at the beginning of the season, maybe better than the Force India, but their performance teetered away. Renault sort of stayed consistent throughout the season. They scored 122 points throughout the year and fourth place overall, but it's really a net gain for fourth place, because, well, not a net gain, but sort of a default. With the fall in performance of the Haas team and the collapse of the Force India team, fourth place was sort of a given, really. And yeah, I think it was a welcome improvement over the previous few years. I mean, 2016, I think they only scored 8 points. Whereas really it's just a development of their 2015 car. So 2017, 2018 were much more improvements, but still only, well, no podiums, no pole positions, no fastest laps and no wins, of course. So it's still not quite where they want to be. But then again, they're not spending the money out that Ferrari and the Red Bull and Mercedes are pumping out. So yeah, it's very much a two-tier sport. And how Danny Ricciardo will fare in the 2019 season is open to interpretation, really, how he'll do. Personally, I think he'll struggle to begin with, but I think he'll do alright. I think he'll give Hülkenberg a run for his money. I don't think they'll win races, but I think, you know, there'll be a bit more consistency in the team, but time will tell. And also 2018 is the first year of the Halo as well, which a lot of people don't like. I didn't like the Halo to begin with, and well, I don't like the Halo to begin, or to, you know, full stop really, but you know, it's there now. But with certain cars they can sort of hide it, and when the cars are going at speed you don't really notice the halo that much. It's only really in the onboard shots that you notice the halos there. But you can see the halo if I just look on the model. You can see the halo just there. It's a big lump of plastic, but I'm not going to complain. It's there, and I don't see it being removed in due course anytime soon. So that's the 2018 season out of the way. Now for the model itself, it's a Solido version, as you can see down there. It's not, well, Solido not really well known for their Formula 1 models. I think the only models they've released Formula 1 in the past is the McLaren MP4-2. The 2B and the 2C from 85-86. I have the 85 version up on the shelf, and I have done a review of that one, but I may go back and review that again just to sort of bring it up to my own standards, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Solido not really known for their Formula 1 models. S.p.A have released their version of the RS18, and my brother has that one. He pre-ordered his before this one was announced, so I bet he's kicking himself now. But yeah, I've not actually seen the S.p.A version in person, so I've only seen the box, so there you go. But compared to S.p.A, I think Solido have done an alright job with their box, at least, because you can actually see the car in the box. You don't have to take the box apart and unscrew the car from the base to actually get the car, or to see the car. So we just look at the car in this box. It's not very well displayed in the box though, because I mean, if you look, if I tip it up, you can see it's sat on a massive plinth, sort of suspended in thin air, which is not quite the thing I'm after, not quite what I like. So usually with this sort of thing I probably take it out of the box later on. But it don't look too bad in there. I mean, the box is white and it really shows the car off. Got the well, it's the sort, I think it's blue. It's more grey, I think, grey-blue. Can't really tell on this light, but it don't look too bad. And you also got a window at the front, so you can see the nose of the car. Very nice it is in there too, and also around the back of the box. Haven't got much there. Loads of French writing and some translations as well. Yeah, let me read that. Pictures as well, and also a window on the back with the fat rear tyres there. And of course the windows, but it's basically a Minichamps box or an upsized Minichamps box. So we've got the top window there, and it don't look too bad. Very elegant, sleek appearance of that car. And yeah, they don't look too bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbox it now. And this could go one of many ways, so just zoom out. And which way do we open it? I'll open it this side. Can't get it open. There we go. Right. So, how's this one made? So this one, oh, this one's got plastic sides as well, so it's quite a sturdy base. So just take it out of the box. And there we go. So similar to the Auto Art McLaren, you have got, or similar to Minichamps as well, you have got sort of plastic sides. Well, basically just sides. You haven't got the top scaffolding or anything, so it's quite sturdy nonetheless. So there it is in the box, or on the base, and don't look too bad. It's got a nice bit of detailing there. Really love these tyres. I mean, they're nicely, you know, sanded over, so they give them a rough effect, and also the detailing in the wheel as well. So we just zoom in there. You've got plenty of detail there. I mean, it's nicely moulded. The tyre and the wheel. So a bit of tread detailing there, very nice. So we just zoom out again and just work out how this is attached. So it's 4 screws attached to the base. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a jump cut while I remove it from the base, and then we'll go from there. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So now we've got the car off the base and on the platform here, and I have to say it's a really nice model, and it really shows how big these 2018 cars are. I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, compare it to cars of old, and if you just turn it sideways, it didn't really give a good impression of it on the screen. But if I just get a car from the cabinet, which, hang on, let's have a look. There we go. So I've got a car here, hang on, the 1999 Stuart, and if I just plonk that behind it, that's there, and we can get an idea of the size of these things. So there we are, the 99 Stuart in the 2018 Renault. That gives you an idea on the size and the scale. It's ridiculous how big that car is. Yeah, can't really see it very well with the light, but there you go, massive difference in size. Yeah, that just shows the evolution of Formula 1 over the years. So get rid of the Stuart. Yeah, don't want that. So yeah, this thing is massive. So I'll quick look around the car. So just turn it to a certain angle and we'll have a look around the bodywork. So start at the rear, then we'll look in, get the proper angle first. So I'll try and get in and look at the exhaust pipes. There you've got the upside down Mickey Mouse head there for the exhaust. Got the was it the wastegate, isn't it? I can't remember what those two pipes were, but you've got the central exhaust and the wastegate there. And very thick diffuser as well. I think that's just a moulding issue with the car. I imagine if you went something like S.p.A, the diffuser would be a bit more sleeker, but that's no big deal. And yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. I really do like that. And you've got really fat tyres at the back. They are scuffed properly to make them look like proper slicks. So that's that. Then move a bit further over the top. So a very sleek bodywork at the back here. Very standard of what most of the Renault teams are going now. Like a Coke bottle shape. Or not really, it's more of a vase than a Coke bottle, but there you go. And we have got proper texturing on the bodywork down there. We can't really see it in this screen, but if I turn it towards the light, so you can sort of see, there you go, you can see it a bit better there. Textured floor panel there, and yeah, doesn't look too bad. Got the rear bodywork there, and I'm just trying to think, is this metal? Yeah, the car's metal, or most of it's metal anyway. The nose section is metal at least, so it's not like the resin models of S.p.A, so there's plenty of die cast on this thing. Got the halo there, and the front wing. Front suspension, all the diffusery bits and weird sticky out bits that you get with modern cars. And a very nicely done model this is. I really do appreciate Solido stepping in to do this one. If you pay the equivalent to S.p.A or Minichamps, you're probably paying £150–200 for it. So there you go. This thing retail, if you go for CK models, I think they're pumping this thing out about €47, €50. Which I think is a bargain, really. It's sort of like Barago have done with the Ferrari models. They're not brilliant, you know, they're not perfect, but you know, compared to the expensive ones, it's not a bad deal. Like I say though, I haven't seen the Spark version to compare it, so there we go. But I think the price comparison is, I think I'd go with this one. But you got the front wing details there. Bit more of a single moulded piece though, this one, compared to the Auto Art McLaren. This thing is sort of a single piece, but there are gaps between each piece, so it don't look too bad. So that's the front wing. Then you've got the front tyres, which I've already looked at. You've got all the tread texture on there. You've got all the carbon detailing all over this front suspension and the brake calipers, not brake calipers, is it? No, the brake ducts, that's the one. And you've got the front suspension there. The only issue I find with this car is the steering on this car. I think the track rod, actually it's not too bad now, because when it was in the box the track rods weren't moving, but I thought the track rod may have been a bit too short or too long, but actually it's fine. So you can see the front steering works there fine. I just thought the steering arm was a bit loose or a bit too long, but that's no big deal. So you've got the area around the front, or around the front of the side pods, or the can't really see the detailing because it's black on black, but you know it's there nonetheless. You got the opening to the side pods. I'm shaking my bloody arm's shaking, I don't know why. We got the opening to the side pods there, the halo section there, front wing mirrors, and yeah, you got the area over the engine cover. Very narrow airbox as well. And if I just turn the car the other way and have a look at the cockpit, if it zooms in, if it focuses, I mean, just looking at the steering wheel, nicely detailed there as well. The wing mirrors are a bit naff though. They've got just a single, well, not a single thing. It's oh, what is it? It's a sticker, but it's not a very good sticker for the wing mirrors, so that's the only issue with it really. But detailing wise, it's very nice. Not sure what the detail is inside the cockpit. So let me just tip the car up, and we got just a basic seat. There's no seatbelt detailing. It's just an empty seat, so there's no extravagant details in there, but that's no big deal. So that's the halo area done. I think the halo is made out of a piece of plastic, so you probably could pop it off. I mean, it's only held in sort of a couple of nubs there, so you can probably pop it off if you want to. But I'm not going to, because knowing me, I break it. So the halo stays, I'm afraid. So that is that. So, but the car overall looks fantastic, and I really do appreciate it. The yellow stands out quite nicely. It's not quite as mustardy yellow as the 2017 car. It's more of a bright yellow. So I suppose more traditional Renault colours with the black and the yellow. Could have done with a bit more yellow, but that's just my opinion. But they don't look too bad. I suppose it's the sort of livery they want for. From the front, the car's yellow. From the back and the side, it's basically mainly black. So I suppose it's the thing they want to go with. But here's for the future, and I hope Renault improves throughout 2019. And yeah, hope Danny Ricciardo does alright. And also hope Nico Hülkenberg does alright, because I mean he hasn't scored a podium yet. But time will tell, and we'll see. But another look at the barge board area. This is something I couldn't see earlier. So we've got the barge boards there, and all intricate detaily things. Very nice looking car. And yeah, I think from any angle this car looks good. I mean the halo does detract, but that's just my opinion. But overall it is a beauty of a car. And we'll do one more look underneath, or have a look underneath, because I've not done that yet. And I'm trying to pick this up without snapping anything, because it is quite fragile on the front. Try and tip her up, and there's the bottom of the car. We've got the front wing just there. Massive front wing these cars have got. So the front wing all there, under the suspension there. Got the winglets and things. The floor panel of the car does have these stubs where the stand attaches, where the base plate attaches, so those are sort of integrated into the floor. But the detailing on the diffuser is alright. You've got the carbon texturing, which looks alright. We have got a bit of an issue with the rear tyres. I think that's where it's been stood still a bit too long. It's sort of leaving a mark on the tyre. No big deal, because it's only going to be in a box. So there we go. So I just plonk this back down. It's quite a heavy car as well. I mean, considering the size of the car as well, I mean, these 2018 cars are huge. So yeah, it is a very heavy car, and one I would recommend. So compare it to the Spark model, which I haven't seen, but the Spark models are all made out of resin now, so I think it's got plenty of metal on it. I mean, the chassis, the side pods, I think the engine cover is made out of metal. I'm not sure. I know the airbox is usually made out of plastic, but the engine cover I think on this one is made out of metal as well. Although saying that though, I think the shark fin is plastic, So I can't really tell, but I know the chassis side pod area is die-cast metal, so it's quite a tough car, and sort of justifies the weight of it really. But I know with most of the Spark models, and I think some Minichamps, I don't know if all Minichamps are resin models now. It's something that I need to look into. I don't have any up-to-date Minichamps models. I think most of my 16, 17, 18 cars consist of Baragos and Solidos. Barago, Solido. I think that's it really, because I haven't really got many cars from this era. Pardon me. I think most of my collection sort of predates 2014. So the recent years are sort of a bit sketchy in this area. But hey ho, never mind. But yeah, that is my review of the RS18. I have to say, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree, it's a very nice looking car. If you want to spend out for the Spark model, then go ahead, I'm not going to complain. But give this one a try. You can always sell it on eBay, I'll buy it off you. But there you go. But yeah, I really do like this thing. Very nice car it is. And an absolute beauty. And I will not complain, I will not lie to you, I really do like this car. And I would recommend it. But like I say, the price of this car, if you're buying it from Solido, not Solido, from CK Models or any other sort of European based store, online store, then it sort of retails around €50 or below. I think CK are sort of knocking it out about €49. I think Little Bolide around €47, about 45, 50, 45, 43 pounds, something like that. Not sure what that is in dollars, but you can always do the exchange rates and just see. I mean, it's not an expensive model. I mean, this thing does not exceed £100 or $100. I mean, it is, with the current model. So for under 50 quid, I'm not going to complain with this car. I would not recommend buying from Grand Prix Legends because they just overpriced their cars. So if you're going to buy, if you're in the UK and you're buying this car, then I would suggest going abroad to buy it. You know, buy from overseas online retailers because they're a lot cheaper. But yeah, that's just my opinion anyway. So yeah, that is the RS18, a very beautiful car, and that's my review of it. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return with another video soon. So bye for now.